Alright, what's up, guys? Started off trading late again today, and I had a really bad start to the day. Was in this trade looking for a continued move to the upside, but after that engulfing red candle, probably should have been out of this one as well. We're trading inside this little idiot box right here, and we broke above and quickly rejected. This is pretty similar to what happened on Friday. Sold off, rebounded, traded sideways, and broke out of the sideways action and had a nice run into the close. It's kind of looking for the same thing here. It was kind of setting up the same way, but I took some bad trades to start with all of this. Kind of over trading in this leads me into some major drawdown. And I believe my entry was in this. What this is more of an exhaustion candle to the upside, and then a start of a downtrend, engulfing red candle. I see we made a nice little support here. Looks like we ran halfway. Halfway through that candle, that 1 hour candle, and bounced out of there. And you see here, I went back to the charts. I got stopped out of that short. I mean that long. And, I mean it was pretty clear that we're gonna go down a little bit to test these support levels. And we wicked out of the year pretty good. I drew that trend line. This trend line typically, if we break through, and that's why I believe I took this long. We broke through the trend line, and I saw this big green candle, which I jumped in prematurely. It wasn't a shaped candle. I did have a buy signal, so I mean, yeah, take the I take the L on that. I just should have been out of the trade as soon as I saw that big exhaustion candle here. And now I'm trying to take another long to see if these levels right here they hold up. But I'm not really waiting for clear evidence yet. I'm getting in again prematurely, seeing if this trend line here turns into support as well. And we're kind of breaking through the trend line. And here I averaged into the trade with no clear evidence that we're gonna go back up. We did doji right here, but still I shouldn't be going in this heavy until I get clear evidence that we're gonna go back up to retest the comma. There's volume imbalance up there. Um, it's just I was not trading good, man. And I'm trading these 250k Apex evals, so I'm trading with more size, trying to get some of these funded with like a larger account here. And I'm not 100% sure what I did there. Go back. Yeah, this was just a terrible trade. Like, I know that there's support here and support here, and I took the short. It was just, that was stupid. Like, this is long territory, and I took the short. Had a squeeze and a sell signal. If you were to take the short, right here would have been a better area to take the short. If you get a wick rejection off the comma, the volume imbalance is touched, it's hit. If it wicks down, you take the short. But I'm just not following my rules or anything here. That one trade put me into, I think I was down 4,000 in these evals. It's close to blowing them. Obviously, there's 6K drawdown. I'm not 100% sure where my drawdown was because of the trailing. Could have been 5K, 5,500, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm kind of close to passing these things, so I think I needed like 5 or 6K to pass some of them. And really, we're still trading inside of an idiot box. Should be a little bit more patient. If I was scalping this, I would should have been taking some profits at this point. And my short entry should have been a long entry. 1000%. Can't really speed this up any faster. See, this is also should have taken that 1K up there. We're still trading inside this idiot box. Yeah, I get a doji, another doji to the downside. I'm averaging down, just not following my rules. And just fast forwarding a bit. Move my stop there because we doji, doji, doji. Break through the dojis, we're going down. If we hold it, we're going up. So I'd rather be out there than all the way down at the bottom of that other candle. I mean, at this point, I'm feeling good about the trade, but we had that major rejection up there. At this point, I'm identifying, there we could possibly have another fake out to the upside here. That's a 15 minute. 15 minute looks bullish. I mean, we're definitely bullish off those lows and hit a support here in the middle of the idiot box. So we wicked out of that 530 area, 540, 3, 4 times. So the long was again, I was looking along. I don't know why the heck I shorted the freaking trend line right there. But hey, when you're doing stuff, live, you make dumb mistakes. At this point, I'm got like half of the drawdown with this trade. I think I was close to break even if I'd taken profits there completely. But I am trying to follow the my signals and whatnot. The only thing is, again, we're inside of this idiot box, so my signals and indicators or what have you, they don't work very good unless the market is trending. But when it's consolidating, you don't trade unless you're scalping 10, 15 points and you're buying at the bottom of the range, you're selling at the top of the range. But I'm not good at doing that. I guess my style is more along the lines of buying and selling breakdowns, and when I trade in consolidation, I typically blow accounts because I by the time I identify it's range bound, it's already too late. And here I'm taking profits at the top of that range just in case we get a fake out. So this turned out to be a good trade. And see, I'm adding once we broke through the idiot box, which I mean to me is not a bad thing, but I think we get rejected really hard right here. It faked out. Doji and then strong candle down. So I would have been break even if I sold at the that previous candle. But we broke above the 200. And again, now I'm looking at VWAP. VWAP's like 610, 611. So I have my sell like right below VWAP. If we go up and retrace that, I believe we did bounce off of a pivot point, and we have 600, the whole number right there, which takes a little bit to get through. Majority of the times you'll have some selling, So I could have taken my profit there instead of adding. Um, but that wick rejection to the downside was promising. We still have this level that we bounced off and 600 to get through. So I think I did the right thing and I sized back down. It's just an area where it's gonna be, it's not predictable at all. You can get rejected very hard off of the 600, which typically the whole numbers are high interest levels. People are going to short or long very hard from these whole numbers. So a lot of volume come in at these levels. But my indicator's telling me to buy here at the 200 level and add add to the trade. But this candle here, if it closes below the previous candle, it should be out of the trade, and I added. I shouldn't have added on this candle here. I should have waited for it to close to figure out what it's gonna do. either close out my trade if it closes below. I move my stop just in case that does happen. If it closes above, that's a good sign to add. But again, we're at that 600 level. So so I made a decent trade there to get me close back to break even. I think I was still down like 1,500 bucks, somewhere around there. And I believe if I remember correctly, I take a bad trade here. I just was over trading a bit. Typical. I ain't never. So what I did there is I went long and then I hit quickly. It quickly hit reverse. And that area that we wicked super hard out of, um, we wicked out of there again. Again, just not identifying the stuff and just clicking the button a little too much. And here again, I'm adding, and we quickly get rejected. And this is where I take another nice dig to put me down and draw down again about 4K. Should be out of this freaking trade. At this point, it was some serious fake outs to the downside and the upside. Take a fat L here. Now we're going down to the 200. I feel confident that the 200 is going to hold. We had some reaction to hitting 600. Traded all the way back down to the 200 EMA. And then this is the trade that gets me back to break even. And a little bit of profit. I'm just going to fast forward through this. But this was the ideal long situation. Obviously, my entry wasn't good. Should have waited for this green doji. And the entry level was fine, but when I entered, should have just waited for confirmation. We're getting rejection wicks, but got to get through the comma. But I was confident again in this long at the end of the close. I believe there's like 15 minutes at this point. Yeah, 15 minutes to close. I marked out some levels up there. The middle line is VWAP and the top line is like pivot point. And here I just had a great entry. I was worried that we were gonna reject off of the whole number again, but I was trying to hold this one. And there we did reject. See what this candle does. We almost go up and touch VWAP. But we finally kind of got through 600. Rejected off of it. Back to the comma. I took one off there just in case we rejected. Uh, and now I just said target set it, they get hit. And it just runs up through them. They're gonna get tagged. But looking back at it, that candle there, it's a shaved candle. I shouldn't have TP'd anything. Should have held what I had and let them run once we got through VWAP. I mean, that's the sign to just hold the trade, let it run, let it breathe. 5 contracts would have been 7K ish. But I got, I want to say 30 points, somewhere around that. Maybe like 2,500 bucks with like 25 points at 3 contracts. The fourth contract was at 40 points ish. And this last one, I switched to, instead of currency, I switched to points just to, I don't know, see how many points I'm up. And I was just gonna let this runner ride. Did have a doji there, but I thought this thing was gonna go, and it did. This last contract, I got 70 points on it. I was straight got me back to break even, and a little some. I think it was up like 300 bucks on the accounts, which I'll take it. But I just wasn't following some of the rules that I have in that chop. Would have saved some. I would have saved myself some time. Would have been up on the day versus break even. And that's it. I take a small scalp for two 200 bucks after this, and that's it. I was done for the day. Obviously, market's closed now. Not much action is going to be happening, but that's it. Thank you.